Hello and welcome to this video, and in this video it's for CIMA E1 and we're just finishing off chapter 3 of the Express Notes. So what we're going to have a quick look at now are various system changeover methods, and we'll also look at later various sort of change theoretical models as well. First of all, within system changeover methods, there are four main methods: direct, parallel, pilot and phased. And just to go through these in a bit more detail. First of all, direct. As the name suggests, it's a direct changeover, a direct switch. The users simply stop using the old system and switch over immediately to the new version. Now this can be useful when the system has fully been tested out already, and maybe it's not a business critical system as well, so we just switch over directly. Next one is parallel. This means that we have the old system running in parallel with the new system. Once we're happy with the new system, once we're sure it's been performing satisfactorily, we switch over to the new system. So we run them both in parallel at the same time. Really, that can be quite useful when it's quite a business critical system, which you want to make sure is working before we switch over completely. The next possibility is to have a pilot system, and this is where we have a pilot system which is tested, for example, in part of the business. So we run it as a pilot to iron out any bugs or to see what is happening, and then we can actually implement it once we've run the pilot. And almost an extension of the pilot one is a phased introduction, where we introduce the new system in phases. Okay, the next thing to look at is all about change, and we're linking in some theoretical change models into how we change over systems. Now, Mr. Lewin, Kurt Lewin, he's a very well-known management theorist who's had a number of theoretical models tied in with change. Now, his first one that we're going to look at here is all about unfreezing, moving and refreezing. And the topic of discussion here is almost saying, look, how would you theoretically move an iceberg, for example? So if you had a big lump of ice, how would you move that? Well, you would unfreeze it, you'd move it, you'd refreeze it. So looking into more appropriate language here, we can say unfreezing is getting it ready for change. So if you're changing over an information system, the unfreezing stage is we are not actually changing anything, we're just getting people ready for the change. We're holding meetings to tell them about what is going to happen. We're discussing with them the need for the change. We're telling them how much better it will be with the new system. So we're just, in effect, getting things ready for change there. Moving is where we implement the new systems. We introduce them. And refreezing is where we make sure what we've changed stays fixed. And this could, for example, be introducing some form of performance bonus for the staff. So we're making sure that once they've got the new system up and working, that they're using it, they're working hard at it, and we're rewarding them for their hard work. If we just look at page 20 of the notes, this is another one of Lewin's theory, force field analysis. And what we've got here, we've got the current state and the desired state. And what we're saying, we want to change the current state into the desired state. So this could be the current state is the existing information system. We want to move things within the organization to get to the desired situation, the new information system. And what Lewin said is there will be various driving forces, forces which are pushing for change. And there will also be various resisting or various restraining forces which will be pushing against change. Now, this diagram, the thickness of the various arrows represents the strength, and the length of the arrows represents the duration of that force. What we've got here, in order to encourage change, we can either increase the driving forces or reduce the restraining forces. Okay, so that's a quick run through the rest of chapter 3 of the Express Notes. Thank you very much for listening.